Hello YouTube and welcome back to the Alchemist series. Today we got some stuff that we are going to do. We are going to try and do Broken Spaces number 2, which is probably going to be fairly easy. We're going to do some pushes in Aspen dungeons, and mainly we will be working on the chapter mission. Before we start with everything, I see we have a treasure in Treasure Train. I honestly don't know how I got this treasure. I can't remember how. I checked through all of the special events and I don't really understand where I got this. So if you have a good idea of where this treasure might come from, then please tell me. But yeah, I'm not gonna complain, so let's just craft it and then we start with Aspen dungeon. And there we have this treasure. Now we have some extra attack and HP. So first of all, let's venture into the Aspen dungeon. We have set our hero lineup here and we are going to try and push quite far into normal this time. I think we're going to be able to push very far, so yeah, let's begin. Well, something a bit unexpected happened. Our Garuda died to this Gru wave. So now we're going to push with Holmes young and see how far we are able to get. Hopefully we get to normal 100, but at least the minimum we need to get is normal 50. So let's see how it goes. And then we are at normal 50, so let's see how we are doing. I have a feeling it's just an easy one shot. Good job, Mr. Holmes Young, good job. Okay, so let's just continue pushing then. And finally we hit normal 100. We have been taking minimal damage along the way, so let's just see how this fight goes. We don't have energy, but it's just too easy for this guy. Holy smokes. So we are now at difficult number 1, so let's see how the fight is going. Okay, he's still one-shotting some heroes. We're taking a bit more damage, but I am not sure. How are we going to even struggle? Maybe not. Let's just work our way through this and see how it goes. Okay, so we hit difficult 50 and it still looks like really smooth sailing for our Holmes Young. So maybe we'll be able to clear difficult today. That would have been really cool. And yeah, I mean, look at this damage. It's just 2-shot and they did no damage to our Holmes Young. So yeah, let's just keep pushing even further. He is so good at 10-star. Like, what is this? And again we hit another milestone and quite easy this also. We're still full HP. I haven't used any of my potions. We are now versus a quad wave, so let's just see how it goes. We should win this quite easily. Yeah, we even one-shot with the crit. There is just no way we're gonna lose this. This guy is very strong. So we're already at Nightmare 1. Let's see how he does. We start with an active. Oh, and both of them are doved. It's with an active, and if he gets doves on every target he hits, I think he's going to clear very good in the Aspen dungeon. So this is very nice. Let's just continue pushing and see how far we get. Wow, out of nowhere we lost to a field wave? Well, that was a bit unexpected, not gonna lie. However, we made it all the way to Nightmare 5. I am very proud of our Holmes Young. This is even with the D+ copy and not our C copy. So I believe if we had our C copy on, we would have gotten way further. Now, before we start pushing in the chapter mission and do some broken spaces, I want to complete more of our summons. We have 26 more summon scrolls. We're still trying to hit that 500. We are 463 out of 500, so we will be able to do 500 during this event, which is very nice. So let's go, our first 10 bomb. It is, ooh, Fortress Food, very nice, another 10 bomb, and we got a Geister, okay. There might be a reality where this hero becomes one of our Transcendence hero. I have a weird plan in mind that we might put into reality, but that's far down the line. So I think the Geister copy is nice to have. Let's do some single summons then. Dark Priest, Time Mage, Ice Troll, Raj, Mirko, and that's it for today. Very nice. Let's see, can we creation circle some heroes? We cannot. Okay, very good. So now let's start working on our chapter missions. So we claim this and that gives us a puppet selection chest, very good. Let's just double check if there is any growth chapters we have missed. There is not, so it's 36, that's the next one. We need to clear stage 2 in broken spaces and do 10 prophet summons. We will start off by using 10 prophet summons in Abyss faction because there are so many heroes we need from Abyss faction. Yes, I know there is going to be a prophet summoning event next week. However, I am not going to participate fully into that event, or I'm not going to participate at all. So we're just going to slam through these prophet orbs now and see what we get. So let's do summon 10. We did not hit anything quite good. So that's just the way it is. That gives us one more complete in the chapter missions, and now it's just stage 2 in the broken spaces. Here we have stage 2 in broken spaces. Let's see how much damage we deal with one round in this. Let's engage into the fight. We do have the wall deck now. We also have our Heart Watcher, and Heart Watcher really boosts your damage in broken spaces. So it's going to be really interesting to see how much damage we're actually going to be able to do with just one challenge badge. I do suspect that we're not going to be able to one-shot this, and as we can see, the health bar has not really moved after 3 rounds at all, so I'm really hoping we do have enough challenge badges to go through. Yeah, the health bars are now moving, so we should have enough badges, but it's going to take a bunch of them probably, and I am going to spend all of those badges just to get through, because I don't want to be stuck on a chapter mission for no reason. Even though you usually should save all of your challenge badges to the end of the month, because then you have probably grown stronger than when the month starts. This is not super optimal series, we all know it. This is the Alchemist series where fun and games are happening. We are now on round 15 and we did way more damage than I expected, so let's just see the end results, how many percentages we did deal. That's 462 million damage. That is quite good. So we did 78, no, we did we did 22% damage. So let's just try to smash our way through. We were at 91 badges, and how much damage that is gonna give us just remains to see, or not how much damage, but how many badges. We used only 5 badges, that is quite good. So we're not going to do more broken spaces yet. We're going to wait until the timer is nearly done with the countdown. But that means we can go back to the chapter mission, claim this, and chapter 36 is almost done. We can also claim the rewards from broken spaces, very good. Let's not forget to upgrade our monster. There we have it, and we upgrade this to 15, quite good. Now we need to deal damage to the guild boss. We also need to get an E1 hero. So we're gonna start out with damaging the guild boss, and then I will see if I'm able to scrape enough resources to get an E1 hero. And that's of course going to be E1 Holmes Young. We skip through here, 378,000 damage, very nice. Chapter mission is then complete. We can't upgrade the monster aura to 30 just yet, so we're going to have to wait with that. We do have some hero shards in our bag, so we are going to pull those. Let's do all of these elite shards and see where we end up. So we are summoning 3 of these. Ooh, an Ignis! Yes! Very nice. We can now switch out our Norma and use our Ignis instead. That's great luck. We hope for a carry. It's another meme, not really what we hoped for. And a light hero, Andrea. So we didn't quite get what we want in the dark and the light faction. However, we now have an Ignis. Mrs. Ignis, where are you? There you are. Let's just take her up all the way to level 100. We're not gonna put any gear on her. That means we can remove the gear from Norma. We unequip this, and now Ignis is one of our heroes in our lineup. Very, very good. Now I have been searching through my bag and I've made a decision that we are able to make a 9-star hero. So let's grab an Abyss Puppet. Then we go into the creation circle, we click on Berea, and then we put in 1 Berea, 1, 2 Berea, and then we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then I am going to feed off the Norma, and then we do this hero, we do 1 Melassa and 1 Puppet, confirm, upgrade, and there we have our Berea. Very, very good! Then we can claim our rewards from the fusion event. We also have an achievement. Now what we need is another Holmes Young copy, so that is going to be what sets us back at the moment, but we are very close to getting that Holmes Young copy. I also believe that we should be able to get our Sigmund up to a 9-star, so let's check. We have 3 Sigmunds here. And we have even more Sigmunds here, but we have 2 puppets, so I think we're just going to summon these 2. Then we enter the creation circle, we find Sigmund, where are you Mr. Sigmund 9-star, there you are, Juan Sigmund level 100, 2 more Sigmunds, and we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We need 2 more fortress heroes. Okay. And we have our puppets, so we have some options. We can pull out our 2 Sigmunds. The thing is, we already have enough food to E5 our Holmes Young as long as we get 1 more 9-star. So we're not going to need to build Sigmund any further. So therefore we're going to use these 2 from the Sigmund. We go back into the creation circle. Sigmund, you are going to get promoted to 9-star today. However, you are just food. So that's unlucky for you, but it is what it is. Confirm, upgrade, 9-star Sigmund. That is very beautiful to see on the account. So now we have 9-star for E1, we have a 9-star for E2, we also have 1 10-star puppet here for E3, we have the 10-star Garuda for E4, and I was apparently not correct because I forgot we didn't have our last 10-star. However, there is a possibility that we get enough gold sizes. We need 12 more. We are probably not going to get it. It's going to be very, very, very close. But no, I don't think we will be able to get our last 10-star. And that's fine. Then it's a bit unlucky that we fed the Sigmund, but that's also fine. We are going to get more heroes that we are going to be able to feed. For our last run today, let's check what Tower of Oblivion has to offer for us. We put in our newfound heroes. Our Norma is not here anymore. We can remove the Berea because we don't really want that. I think, honestly, we energy feed the Garuda. And no, let's do the Holmes Young. He has to be the strongest. There is no way he isn't, so let's just skip through and see where we end up. Also, I do believe that we should remove our Heart Watcher for the Berea. Now we have our lineup, so let's just continue our way up through the tower. And this Gru wave was our first loss. Well, not only Gru, but Priest wave and Sigmund and Ormus. So let's battle it out and see what happens. We are not doing an insane amount of damage from Mr. Holmes Young, but that's okay. We're still doing quite nice. Hopefully our Ignis dies quite fast. She is taking some damage, but that's also what our Holmes Young are doing. Maybe it's better to have Ignis in slot 1, considering Holmes Young is not Eloise and he doesn't really need to counterattack. It is also an option to have Ignis in slot 3 and Holmes Young in slot 4. Now the Ignis dies, maybe they're just out healing our damage? That can make sense. That can really make sense. We have another active on Holmes Young. It's coming out very soon, shortly after the enemies have used their actives, their attacks. I think I think they're just out healing. So let's just try and skip through and see what happens. We got the good RNG, very good, and our next defeat is on this wave, so let's check it out. So we have a Jara, Walter, King Barton, a Scary, and a Dove. I don't remember the last guy on the bottom there. Is that Cruz? I think it's Cruz. So Ignis gives us a bit of healing, then she dies, now we have control immunity. That hero is... oh, another Dove, very good. We might be very able to win this, very nice. So let's just skip further. That's another defeat, let's see what is happening here. Maybe it's just another win with a bad RNG. I still haven't swapped spots with Ignis and Holmes. I think we need to do that, because I believe we still outspeed and do our active on the first round. I'm just gonna skip through. It's a victory. I was impatient and I wanted to swap our Ignis and Holmes. Maybe it's just a Garuda frontline because she's healing. But I think Holmes Young is just so tanky. And I think this is the play. This is the play for now. They have double Vesa, double Ormus, Michelle, and a hero that is doved. I don't remember which hero it was. But this is an okay start. Our Ignis dies and that energy feeds our Holmes Young. He is now silenced, but he should have the control immunity from the Ignis. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Well, this might be... did the control immunity not go onto him? Oh, my Ignis is not... I am very used to the Ignis being 9-star, so he isn't getting 100% control immunity. I forgot that very much. Well, you see, that's how it is when you start a new account. You just assume and you forget how things work. So we got another defeat. Let's skip through 3. Another victory! Let's go! Skip, defeat. Let's do one more skip and another victory! Yay! Our one more defeat, our last fight for the day, probably. Let's see. Oh, a good double dove. He is doing quite well in Tower of Oblivion. It is fun to see how well he is doing. Our team comp is also starting to come quite a good bit together. We need a Tix and we also need an Eos, then we need a Delasium as our last hero. And I think that's going to be like our early game lineup. Oh, are we winning this? They have a lot of poison stacked on them. And Holmes Young active for the win. So let's go on to the next one and see how this goes. There is a silence from the Demon Hunter here. They have Petrify with Dark Arthindol. And I can't remember all the abilities of the other heroes. I haven't read enough for that. And we are doing quite a good amount of damage. Holmes Young has an active skill, but he's stunned and silenced. No. That's a defeat to the CC. And that was everything we had on the Alchemist series today. A huge run in the Aspen dungeon for Holmes Young. Now we just need 1 hero copy or 2 more hero copies and we will be able to already take him to E3 because we have the food, we are just lacking the hero copies. We will get 1 hero copy very, very shortly, so that's going to be nice. Thank you so much for tuning into the Alchemist series today. My name is Light, I hope you have a wonderful evening and goodbye.